Welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. This is a Jool relay network satellite that's heading out to Jool. It does have the 3 satellites on it. That's going to orbit Jool. The bottom part of this will orbit Jool as well. This part right here is going to get jettisoned. It will not hit the planet. It's going to be space debris. I am kind of figuring right now, just kind of figuring up what it's going to look like. Don't have much fuel in here. We've got 259 meters per second. Now the burn that I just set up, excuse me, the burn that I just set up is 133. So we'll make this burn. It is going to get us closer to Jool. Let's zoom out here a little bit. You'll see where the first burn was putting us. This was our first burn, a billion meters away. So what we want to do is we want to get it a little bit closer. You know, as we get closer to Jool, we can make some adjustment burns. So I'm taking it from the orange line up to this dotted purple line right here. It was coming in under Jool, like in a polar orbit, but I don't want that, so I've kind of raised the angle up here a little bit. It's going to come in pretty much on a flat plane with the other planets. You know, some of these planets are not in Jool's flat plane here, so we are going to be pretty far away from Jool. There'll be a couple of planets closer to Jool than us. So I don't know how that's going to work out, depending on fuel and you know, if I can get some kind of angle on one of these other planets like Lathe or probably Val. I did hit Val with a intercept right here. Wasn't enough to slow me down and put me in like a retro burn, but or a retro essentially slowing me down. So I don't know if we're going to have enough fuel to stop. I do know that I can drop these off and definitely have enough fuel on them to, you know, just park them somewhere around Jool. But this bigger part right here, I just don't know. These engines aren't very strong. And I totally forgot about how fast, you know, we'd be coming into the Jool system here to slow down. So we got 2 hours and 56 minutes, got 3 hours until this burn. What we're going to do is going to go ahead and get situated here. We're going to aim at the maneuver node. Okay, this thing is ready to fire. We're going to be pushing ourselves up from where we are so that we can bring, of course, this up. So right now we're right back here. There we go. We're right back here. And we're going to thrust upward, and that's going to bring our trajectory in line with Jool. So let's just go ahead and speed up time here a little bit. It's not going to be a long burn, and it, you know, we don't have to be accurate out here this far, so communications are switching there. Speed up time a little bit. 1 hour and 30 minutes. 1 hour, 35 minutes, 33 minutes, 29, 27, 4, 3, 2, 12, 20, 19, 18. Watching right down here. Okay, we got about 9 minutes. Just make sure everything's okay. I will watch them. I need to make sure, you know, engines are turned on here. Yeah, full. They're not shut down. We are facing the sun, getting as much. Now we are a lot further away from the sun when we get to Jool. So our next satellite, I'll show you that one in a minute. It's going to have quite a bit of solar panels on it, and it has a nuclear engine on it. This one does not. This is the same one that I launched to Eve. I just don't know if we're going to have enough fuel. We did have enough fuel to get around Eve and park everything, but I don't know out here. So, you know, it's going to be, this may be a failed mission, or at least partially failed mission. We don't know. But we are going to go. It's still going to be 2 years before it gets there. So let's get ready to make this run. We got 8 minutes. Speed up time just a little bit. And like I said, it doesn't have to be accurate. Just go right here. We've got good connection. Hopefully it won't break while we're doing this. And let's go ahead and make our burn. We'll watch this as it goes. We may flip back to the map mode here in a moment to see how it came out. Try to get it on the same plane there. Okay, that's one burn. One burn is done. It's going to take 2 years to get to Jool. Well, 1 year and 384 days, and we'll arrive in the Jool system. We'll encounter its sphere of influence. This one, the Jool satellite network. So this one's set up. Yep, this one's set, ready to go. We can go into retrograde mode if we want here. Still facing the sun. Let all those solar panels. I don't want to open the rest of them just simply because they'll clip into here. And I don't want them to break if they do happen to break. So this one's still a little iffy on the fuel. Still got 126, maybe a small correction burn towards the end. Let's go to this one. Like I said, this one is a little bit bigger. It was going to the Jool system. It was going to stay out there for a while and communicate. This may go into, you know, like a polar orbit. I'm not sure. I don't want it to interfere with any of the other planets and get pulled off of its, you know, its orbits and then flung out into space somewhere. But here is the Jool satellite network link. We've got the RA relay antenna 100 on here. We've got the other one on here as well. Let's see if I can clip on that. Communitron high gain 55. We've got the smaller ones on here as well. Communitron 16s for close communication. We've got CurbNet access on here as well. CurbNet access. And we have a nuclear engine. This engine is nuclear, so it will need to be cooled with radiators. So I went ahead and put these radiators on. We haven't fired the engine yet. We're still working on this engine here. Again, low fuel, 321. This definitely is not going to go into the system. It's going to get flung out into space. So this will just be for correction burns, and if I can move any fuel that I might need to. Monopropellant. Oops, sorry. Got monopropellant up here, so that may just be wasted. That was probably just there for looks anyway, but the ship would have used it. But we can even make correction burns with RCS, you know, small, being way out here, far away from any of the planets, small correction burns can be done with RCS fuel. So we may use that. At least use some of this. I want to keep this, you know, intact. Have as much fuel as I can. So pull back here. Currently its trajectory is the blue line. It will be there in 2 years, 7 days. Let's see where it is. It is coming underneath as well. So I will probably move it higher just to get a little closer. And see, I want it to kind of go polar. Did I put the... Oh, I don't have any surface scan on here. So this one doesn't necessarily have to go polar. I'm looking at my testing equipment right here. Yeah. And this. I don't know, even after we get around Jool, I may just send it over to Lathe or something, let it hang out over there. If I can get captured in orbit around Lathe or Vol. Let's see. I did put an atmospheric. That's atmosphere right there. That's an atmospheric pressure test. I wonder if I said I would dip down into the atmosphere of Jool. That would help me slow down. I just don't want to burn up. Interesting. I've already sent all these tests. High over the sun. Because right now I'm orbiting the sun. I'm not in orbit of Kerbin or Jool. I'm orbiting the sun. Let's refresh that. Let's take a gravity scan and just see what we get. I've already sent it, but gravity scan while in space high over the sun. Recorded accurate measurements of gravitational forces in these conditions. So, reset that because that's not coming back to Kerbin. Let's see. Yeah, farther away from the sun, the solar panels won't work as good. It's best to have like an RTG on there. See, normally we're right here. We're that close to our sun, and now we're going to be out here. It's a lot further. Those solar panels won't. I bet they're not even hitting 100% right now. No, sun exposure 92. Might be because I need to rotate a little bit. Let's see if we can get that hitting straight on. It's hitting straight on. I really put them on there. And then these to extend out. Because sometimes you might accidentally get turned, and this is the only thing the sun would be hitting. It wouldn't be hitting the sides, it would be hitting the back. So I have these sticking out far enough, hopefully, to catch some sun and at least give us some power. I think I do have the lights on. Probably turn one of them off, but it doesn't really matter. We're just always in the sun. And let's see, what else do I have on here? I got the temperature scanner. Got a docking port just in case. It's always good to put a docking port on. Go out there later and dock to it and retrieve any experiments that were taken at certain points. And then the nuclear engine, you can't see it just yet, but it'll appear here in about a year and a half, I guess. We don't need to make any correction burns right now, but I will make some to move it up. Let's see. Back on Kerbin, we still haven't launched off of the moon yet. We left Tedley. Remember Tedley down there, waiting on. Where is Tedley? He's right here. He's waiting on this to come around. It's probably going to be. Oh no, he's here. Yeah, that's right. Not this one. That was the science. So yeah, here in a couple of hours we could actually, a couple of minutes really, we could launch off, but we're not going to do that this time. Going to go ahead and hit quick save there. And so the Jool network, one of them is going out. We've got it pulled in a little closer. We'll get the next one a little bit later. We got plenty of time. We got like a year to do this. So. But anyway, Kerbal Space Program, thanks for watching.